Okay, so today I am going to do a review on this bike. First, I'm just going to talk about the reason why I got this bike. Obviously, I wanted to get an e-bike, and this was one of the ones I was thinking of. I was very close to getting I think a Rally Sport Dolphin or something, but the only supplier in Canada that had it, their store was a mess, so I ended up with this one. So I think a little bit about the specs of this bike is it has 20-inch wheels. I think the battery is like 375 watt hours. So the range is, they say, is about 40, I think, kilometers on a flat surface. But yeah, sorry, I was going to say it's probably accurate. I think you're going to get about roughly, I think, 10 kilometers per 100 watt hour. What the hell? So yeah, I think the range is fine. What else is there to talk about this bike? It's a folding bike, and I think one of the reasons why I wanted it was I wanted a e-bike where the battery was kind of hidden, if that makes any sense. So the battery itself is tucked into the body of the bike, right? Well, that actually is a kind of a problem now for me in a way. I'll explain that later. So maybe I'll start with I was looking for a reasonably priced bike, and this is probably one of the lowest costing bikes that was decent and had mostly what I wanted, right? I really wanted a 500 watt hour battery, but that I felt like, okay, 375 was good enough for me. So should I start with the good or start with the bad? I think I'll start with the good. Also, this bike is maybe about 50 pounds, or roughly 22 kilograms. And yeah, that's part of the reason why I wanted this bike, because I wanted something that's lighter, right? Like, there's a lot of e-bikes that are like over 50 pounds, right? And that's really way too heavy for someone like myself. And okay, let me just turn right here. And I was looking for something around 50, and 50 is okay. Still quite heavy compared to like a regular bike, which could be somewhere like almost 30 pounds, which is what my previous folding bike was, but this was alright. I think the battery itself is almost 10 pounds, right? So okay, so let's see here. This bike also features, I think, 2-inch wheels, which takes bumps and stuff pretty well. And I also got the I think the comfort extension. So I think I bought 2 add-ons, which made the bike I think almost $1,000 USD. So importing that into Canada costs another $300, I think, plus taxes. Not taxes, exchange rate. I was looking at almost 1,500 Canadian, right? So, which was pretty decent, I think. So I think some of the positives is this bike handles pretty good, I feel. The weight and size of it kind of feels like I'm driving a tank, if that makes any sense, right? Like if I hit into a regular cyclist, I think I'm gonna be winning. Let's see what else. The motor is pretty good. I think it takes like half a revolution to turn. And there's that. And I think acceleration is decent. It's pretty hefty motor. I think the motor is also rated at 350 watts. Never really failed me. I still kind of enjoy riding this bike. When I initially got it, I was just riding everywhere, but now I'm like, I don't really have that same amount of enthusiasm. So I think maybe now is a good time to talk about the negatives. One negative is this: when I first got the bike, the front brake was like squeaking a lot, and I just kept adjusting it, and I just couldn't figure out how to make it not squeak. So that is that. Also, when I was, so it's not really the bike's fault, but I kind of banged the front brake, and now there's all this grinding noises on my front brake, which kind of worries me, and it doesn't really properly brake as well anymore. Let's see here. But the back wheel has been fine as well. So the other issue is another brake issue. And the other issue I have is my right lever is broken. Something's gone wrong with the spring, so it's not as resistive as it should be. Yeah. Anyways, also sometimes I think when I was first using the bike, it would just sometimes like start for no reason, right? Like, and maybe it's not really the bike's design problem. It's just I think I got pulled down quite a lot initially when I was using it. So, but now I've gotten used to it. It's not much of a problem. But I think the biggest issue with this bike is actually the folding mechanism. It's just, I think it's absolutely terrible. Like, the whole point of getting this bike is you can fold it, right? So if the folding mechanism doesn't work, then what's the point of this, right? Like, it's so stiff, it takes a lot of space. I just leave it kind of, you know, I just kind of leave it unfolded all the time. So yeah, that's pretty much all the points I want to bring up. I think also the negative is that the watt hours of this bike is kind of low. For me, I was doing pedal assist 2. I could initially get maybe like 80 kilometers using pedal assist 2, but then it started dropping to 70, 60, 50, and I'm not sure how much, how much range I have now with this e-bike. Probably around 40 to 45. Not so great, to be quite honest, and it's kind of hindered on my ability to travel. It's, you know, not really the bike's fault, but it is something to consider. So yeah, so the issue also is like, because it's a folding bike, and the battery is inside the main frame. I have to unfold it every time to grab the battery, which is kind of an inconvenience, right? So, you know, I put my battery in a bat safe so that it explodes. Hopefully that it'll be able to hold it. I don't know. So, overall, I think I have to give this bike a that was really awkward. I had to give this bike maybe a 6 out of 10. I think if you're in the US, it's probably not a bad option to have. But if you're in Canada, I think you're better off getting other bikes. So this is probably my last video with this bike. My next one will probably be with my new one. So thanks for watching and listening.